Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Two Bad Decisions with Lauren and Han. I'm Laur.
I'm Han, and today we're going to be doing just a giant shit post where we just we rate random things and experiences that we've had in New York. Because thing is, we have a lot of other ideas for for episodes,
Mhm.
except we're not feeling any of them right now. So we just wanted to screw around today.
Yep.
And yep, but
Yep.
but first we wanted to check in with each other. So Laura, how are you?
I'm doing average. Like my dad, I was on the phone with Han, and my dad came up to yell at me about not sending him my senior pictures. I graduated a year ago, so I don't know what that was about. But my Redbubble stickers came in. 10 out of 10.
Woo!
Rate that 10 out of 10. Yeah, how
Nice.
have you been, Han?
Um, I've been okay. Things have been chill. Well, I have two negative things, but I swear it's just like I'm okay. But I had a horrible experience at the Burger King drive-through. Okay.
I'm so excited.
So I went to Burger King with Tuck, and we were just going through the drive-through, of course,
As you do.
and yeah, as you do during a pandemic. And this woman, dude, I wasn't even mean to her. Like, I have worked this food service job. I
Same.
understand. I wasn't getting mad. I was chilling. But basically, I was ordering something, and I think yeah, it was like my fault. Like I messed up and I wanted to change it, right?
Mhm.
And like I used to work at Jamba Juice. Like the amount of times that people would change things, like their
Right,
order, and
right.
I'd be like, okay. But this woman, dude, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I like read it wrong. Is it possible for us to change it? And she was like, she was like, well, she's already making it. You can't change it. You
Uh,
already said. And I was like, ah,
what do you mean?
that's not how that works. I was like
It,
still ordering, and she was like, no, she's already making it.
oh my God. No, I used to work at Dairy Queen, and people would change their minds after I brought it out to them.
Yeah, and you always just do it, even if it's
Right.
annoying.
Yeah,
But
it's
anyways,
annoying sometimes, but you deal with it.
yeah, but yeah, that happened. And then she was like telling me how like I couldn't change my mind now, and I was like, I get it. It's
Is
hard
that
to
my
work.
mother?
Dude, I was really chill though. I was like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's fine. So I like ate whatever I accidentally ordered, which was fine. It wasn't a big deal. But she was just like mad, and I don't know, maybe she was having a bad day. But I feel like
Yeah.
I've never had a bad day in taking it out on a customer.
I don't think I have either. I've almost cried before when a customer. Oh my God. I've almost cried when I worked at a country club. Don't recommend it. Don't ever do it. But this old lady yelled at me. This old, very wealthy lady who only liked one waiter because he wanted to be an actor, and she would connect him with all her rich friends in the film industry. And she hated me because I accidentally gave her something with fish, and she goes, I don't eat fish. And I was like, how the hell was I supposed to know that? That's what you ordered. But yeah, and you know what you do? You take it back, and you let her write something mean on your receipt, which is what she did.
Oh my God. How mean?
It was it was really passive aggressive. It was, I believe it said something like, really weird, crazy lunch. Tip
What the
$10. I was like, what the? Why did you tip me if it was such a weird? And I didn't take the tip. Because we had to process tips weird because
Mhm.
it was like a country club, and they were members, so they just get billed at the end of the month. I just didn't give myself the tip because I was so sad. I was like, I messed up. I can't tip
No.
this.
No. Oh yeah, but yeah,
And then
that was
everyone yelled
my.
at me for not taking the tip.
You should have though.
No, I was too busy crying.
Eat the rich.
She really, I should have just socked her right then and there. So mean. But no, tell me about your dream. Han alluded to this a little
Oh
before
yes.
we start
Um.
recording.
Yeah. So my dog was barking, and I remembered that I had a nightmare about her just this morning. This is actually horrible, but it's fine. But yeah, I woke up sweaty because I was having a dream that so we let my dog out to go to the bathroom as you do with a
Mm-hmm.
dog, and she just goes. Our backyard is tiny; it's not that big, and I had a dream that it was nighttime and I let her out, and then
Mm-hmm.
there was a wolf in the backyard, and it started attacking her, and it was
Oh my
and then
God.
it was killing her. It was horrible, dude. And we couldn't open the door because then the wolf would come in or something. And I don't
Oh
know,
my
that
God.
was just like the thought process. So we have like blinds on our windows, and we were like banging the blinds to like make the wolf go away. And then like the wolf got a little bit scared, and then a giant spider comes out of the bushes. And dude, it was so scary. Like it sounds stupid, but like I
No, I
fully
can
believe,
imagine it.
yeah, I fully believe that there was a giant spider like killing my dog. And then it like dragged her and like ripped her leg off. And
Oh
then I
my
woke
God.
up and I was like crying and like hugging her. So I was
Oh.
like, "Oh, you're alive." But yeah, that was my dream.
Oh my God. Okay, so I had like a not a nightmare, but like a weird dream. So I
Mhm.
live in a like pretty conservative area, and I obviously went to the Black Lives Matter protests, because I could
Mhm.
I don't know, I wore a mask, like we stayed pretty far apart from other people, but anyway, I had a dream that like there were these girls that I went to high school with, and they like in my head I know they oppose it, but they haven't been saying anything on like Twitter or anywhere, and that's because
Mhm.
I have screenshots of them saying the N-word. So if they would, I would gladly leak this to their college and to Twitter, and like
As you
I'm not even
should.
kidding. I'm not playing. Like, if, okay, it's not my place to forgive or whatever, but if you want to say something, like, if you want to continue your pattern of racism, like, maybe I should leak this to your college. I'm
As
just
you
saying.
should. I agree. Yes.
Like, if you continue that and you're like continuing to like shit on black people, maybe I should leak this to your college. But that wasn't the point. they I
But
had a
also
dream.
valid. But
I had a dream they were like, there was like backstory needed there, that they were defacing my pool. like writing like, I forget what they wrote on my pool, but they were spray painting it, and somehow I knew it was them. And like they were in my backyard, and I just walked past them like no big deal, but in my head I knew they had done something to my pool, and it was like anti Black Lives Matter stuff just all over my pool, and that was the dream. Like I just didn't know what to do. It's like, what am I gonna do? Call the cops? Like, I didn't know what to do. And then I woke up. The confusion
Oh God.
like woke me. I didn't know what to do.
That's so funny. Amazing.
Oh,
Good dream, good dream.
good dream.
So, should we get into the rating of our experiences in
Yes,
New
of
York?
course. Do you want to start?
Yes.
Okay.
So, it's really hard to explain what we're about to do here, but I think you'll catch on.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
just kind of, it's shitposty.
Yeah. So, my first experience that I would like us to rate is the time that a guy from my school followed me onto my train because he wanted his and my friends to, quote, link up. And then I was going downtown and he lived uptown, and this man followed me onto my train. And I was like, oh.
That's so...
I would like to rate this a 3 out of 10.
I was also going to rate it 3 out of 10 for funny.
Yeah, funny.
Because,
Like,
like,
good
yeah,
story.
it's an awful, awful experience, but funny story.
I would also be willing to give it a 4 just for how funny it is. Like, that is my first experience. It seems like we agree.
Well, mine, I think I went on a different path because I rated the Times Square Olive Garden 9 out of 10. And I know it's like a touristy thing to do, but I had just seen Waitress and I was really vibing, and I spent like way too much money that weekend.
Mhm.
And I went to the Times Square Olive Garden with one of my friends that had come up to visit me. And it was just, the food was really good. I was just vibing, looking out the window. It was a great time. I love the Times Square Olive Garden. I know everyone hates it, but I love the Times Square Olive Garden. Also, it's nearly impossible to get into. That's why I deducted a point. It's
Oh, I see.
because, like, you see the ad, but you have to, like, walk all around. Like, it's so hard to find the entrance. We had to knock on the glass to one of the sides for one of the waiters to be, like, pointing very, like, vigorously and be like, it's over there. So, 9 out of 10 for the
Interesting.
Times Square Olive Garden. What do you think?
See, I've never been there. I also like don't eat at Olive Garden.
Oh, gotcha.
So I will, but based on your experience, sounds like it was good for you. I
It
feel
was
like I
great.
would dislike it, knowing that it's hard to get into, and I'm not
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
restaurant gal, so I will give it a 7 out of 10.
Amazing.
Okay.
That
Our
was
next
like so dumb compared to was like,
No, it's not. I have so
Times
many
Square, Olive Garden.
No. I on the route of restaurants, I would like to rate I think it's a coffee shop that we went to where it was cash only. Cranberries. It was cash only. We went there to get breakfast. I got a coffee. I think we all got bagels or something similar.
Yeah, like I think I got a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, so I would like to rate that, but knowing that we were there and we were freaking out, almost had heart attacks because it was cash only and we were at the cashier, and like the stress that we all experienced trying to find cash to pay this man, and we were holding up the entire line. Yeah.
Shout out to Han for like whipping out like $50 and paying for all of it.
I don't know why I had that. I feel like maybe for groceries or something weird.
Yeah, that was a lot of like money to have on you.
Yeah, but anyways,
I would rate that the food was good. I'm gonna say 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm between 6 and 7. I feel like when I look back, it's like not a big deal. Like it's almost gone from my memory, but at the time it was very stressful.
Yeah, at the time I was sweating.
Yes, I agree. 6 out of 10.
My next one, I'm combining into 2.
We sound so dumb. We sound so stupid.
This is my favorite one so far. Like, I love it.
Okay.
This one all happened in one night, and it was truly awful, but truly magical. You might know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Walking in Times Square from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. and also sitting on the swings and having like deep conversations with strangers at Central Parks. The cops did come and kick us out. I rated both of those 8 out of 10 because it was very magical, but I just wanted to go home.
Interesting. See, the way my ear hears this is that sounds like a 2 out of 10 to me. Truly. I hate Times Square. I feel like people who aren't from like haven't lived in New York don't get that like it's not I feel like a lot of New Yorkers hate Times Square. Like you walk in it. Sure. You like walk in Times Square with the sole purpose of wanting to get out of Times Square. You know? And like so I don't like it there. I would hate to walk around there for 3 hours. But I did leave points in. Sorry. I left points. I left points in because of the deep conversations.
Oh yeah. It was more like I hated it while I was there, but it had some like really pretty visuals and like sitting on the swings. I didn't know Central Park closed, by the way. I didn't know a piece of land could close. My bad. But yeah, I just really wanted to go home. My roommate did not, and I did not want to leave her alone with 2 strange men. So I eventually did take my heels off and walked what I imagine was in socks 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Kay, I love you, but if you ever make me do that again, I will.
Yeah, I would hate that.
That wasn't even my idea. Like,
I guess I understand why you enjoyed it. I know that knowing me, I would probably dislike it. But
yeah, you would have
I would have gone home. Yeah. Okay. Our next experience to rate the time that Laura and I were supposed to meet at a theater for a show that we were seeing, but her phone was dying, and the man behind the counter let her charge it there.
Amazing experience.
10 out of 10.
I feel 10 out of 10 for sure. I feel like I need to explain some like backstory here. Okay. My phone used to die every time I opened the Maps app. It was an old phone. I had dropped it so many times. It still didn't crack, but it was like just old. And the battery was awful. It would die within a span of 10 minutes. I had to bring a portable charger everywhere, and my phone broke the portable charger. So when I was going to the Flea to see a show with Han, and we were just going to meet there because she was leaving from school, and we were getting rush tickets because they were so cheap. Mm-hmm. But my phone died, and I just told the guy at the desk, has Han gotten here yet? He was like, man, I don't know who that is. I like spelt out your name for him, and he's like, well, she's not here yet. She hasn't bought a ticket. I'm like, oh my God, she thinks I got kidnapped. Like, she's looking for me right now. And so I was like, you know what? By the way, I had to figure out how to get there without maps. And I think we had been there once before, but I wasn't paying any attention. So I just kind of went off memory and then like asked one person like, oh, what direction is the street? And somehow I found it. Somehow. Pure miracle I found it. because I'm awful with directions. But I just like asked the guy, and I was like, my phone's dead, and I don't have a charger, and I don't have an outlet. And he was like, here, and he plugged it in for me and let me charge my phone at the front desk. And then I sat down, and then like 5 minutes later, I look over and Han sat down next to me. So everything worked out. 10 out of 10.
Dude, that's crazy. I forgot. Did we see the one that was outside?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a good one.
Bad Penny.
I didn't. Oh, Bad Penny. Yeah, I didn't. In my head, I didn't like at the time. I didn't process it with that much like seriousness. I was like chilling. I thought you were just like so mad because I was late. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be late. I gotta rush. And then I was like, and yeah.
And so I was also
unbothered.
Late and lost.
But yeah, 10 out of 10 experience. Cool guy.
10 out of 10. I was very nervy, but I made
very, very nervy.
This one we can both easily relate to. I said EHS elevators, 2 out of 10, because they took forever, but I think it was really cool when like no one was there and you'd press the button and the doors would open immediately. So 2 out of 10 for the EHS elevators.
Yeah, I don't like them. I feel like it's like either smells like weed. I once went in and there was like a dirty white sock.
Yeah, that was
on the floor
for a long time. No one.
That was gross, and it was just. I would venture to say -1 out of 10.
That would. It's I also rated the stairs from the 1st to the 6th floor, which I lived on the 6th floor. I used to live on the 3rd floor, so the stairs weren't that bad. When I moved to the 6th floor for spring semester, I would sometimes walk up the stairs because the elevators were so slow. And I rated that 3 out of 10 because it was like one step above the elevators. I hated the elevators.
See, I don't like the stairs because the door is too heavy when you open it.
Oh, it is.
It feels like I'm gonna die and get crushed by it. Also,
I was always panting too by the time I got to the 6th floor. I walked in, my roommate would be like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "I couldn't wait for the elevator any longer."
Dude, yeah, I like it. Good acoustics, good for humming. Sounds really pretty in there. However, that looks like somewhere was it a stairwell? That stairwell looks like somewhere that I would be murdered, you know?
Oh, I really enjoyed it. I took a lot of phone calls there.
Oh, okay. I'm just paranoid. So I would say like I'll give it I will say 3 out of 10.
Yeah, that's a good rating.
Yeah.
Not the stairwell specifically, but the stairs from the 1st to the 6th. I rated the stairwell at another time.
Oh, okay.
For a different reason. But for like a different reason. I rated some of my favorite and least favorite crying spots.
I don't like New York for crying. There's like nowhere.
Yeah, there's nowhere you can cry privately. Everyone has seen me cry.
Yeah, it's the worst. That's like the one thing I didn't understand about being in a city like that. It is so public all the time.
Like, where do you go to cry? I don't understand. Like,
in my bathroom. That is the only like logical place to cry. Like, you can't even like do anything. Like, you have to pretend to take a shower.
Oh yeah, I did cry in the shower.
You have to like, I have to go take a shower, and you just cry in the shower because that's the only place you can have privacy.
My list: shower.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, I shower.
List of what?
Least favorite places and favorite places to cry.
Okay.
But I'm saving that. Should I just do that now?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, okay. Here were my favorite crying spots. My dorm bed, 7 out of 10 for comfy. The stairwell, 8 out of 10, but minus some points because people would walk by and see me crying. The hallway, 8 out of 10, same thing. People would see me crying. I'm rating the shower like a 9 out of 10 because it's nice and warm, but I also am pretty sure my roommate could hear me. And then my least favorite was in front of my history professor, 0 out of 10.
Ooh, yeah, no.
So those were... Did you have any like good cry spots?
I would like to amend the dorm bed thing. The dorm bed specifically facing the wall. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's
like
good.
Face into the wall, that is like a 9 out of 10. If you're facing outwards, then like 6 out of 10.
Right. And I completely agree. And if your roommate is there and you're trying to like stifle your cries, 5 out of 10. So,
oh my god, the way that this jumps around is so funny.
Favorite places to cry.
Okay, my next experience. I would like to rate our Oscar nominees film festival phase. Two separate things. First of all, that film festival. Second of all, when we went to see the Oscars. Now, let me elaborate. With the film festival phase, I really enjoyed it. However, we disagreed on like everything. So I have to deduct points. I will say 8 out of 10.
I remember after we saw 1917, and was like, this is really good because it reminds you of like the horrors of war. And I was like, oh, boring. Like,
She hated it. She hated it. Oh my god. And I was like kind of mad at Parasite. I love Parasite. I really
loved Parasite. That's my favorite.
I just had some criticism, but it was like we didn't agree. It was so funny. Okay.
Oh yeah, I loved Parasite with my whole heart. We disagreed on pretty much, except for the Joker. We both we held the same opinions on the Joker.
I don't like
but
the Joker.
I think that was the I like the movie. I just don't think it was necessary.
I think they got to hide behind like it was so well shot, and I'm like, okay, but did we need to watch this? No, especially for how long it was. No.
Right. And my favorite, I think what I liked the least was the response. Like, I don't think I necessarily hated the movie, but I hated that, one, it was like everyone was like loving it and sure, whatever. But the worst part was all those I'm going to say 18 to 25-year-old men who were like, God, this is such a good representation of mental illness. I'm like, what?
No. To me, I have seen far too many movies of like white men descending to madness. You know, like I did not need to see another one.
With like I understand, like, yes, he was made fun of, but so many like groups of people have gone through so much worse. And I don't think I've seen episodes of like Criminal Minds that like, where, you know, like people from like groups that have actually been targeted like spiral and then like commit some kind of heinous crime.
Yes.
But like this was one of those things where I was like, it's never glorified like that. Yes. Like where it's like perfect representation of mental illness. I'm like, I don't think so. That was my least favorite part. It wasn't even necessarily the film itself that was my least favorite part.
No, yeah.
It was more like everyone justifying it.
I was just like, I just found it to be a pointless experience. I was like, okay. I've seen this. We've done this. I would like to give that a 2 out of 10. I know we're not rating that, but I would like to rate it.
And like, maybe it was because I hadn't seen like a Joker movie before. Like, I was just like, okay, like, okay, that's it's aight. But like,
oh wait, also, dude, what made me laugh so hard was, you know, they had that. I'm sorry, sorry, I just swore, but but you know, like the people that are really into Batman, they're gonna crap on me, but like,
oh my god, yes.
Like, what is his name?
The like Batman, like the person, Bruce Lee. Wait, is it Bruce Lee or is it Clark Kent?
Oh my god!
Wait, no, Clark Kent's Superman, right?
Bruce Lee.
I don't know. Wait, is that not? Wait, who's Bruce Lee? Was that not his name?
No.
Wait. Who's Bruce Lee?
Is like iconic Asian, actor, like martial artist. You know.
Wait, is that not Batman's name?
I know it's Bruce, right? It's Bruce.
Right, Bruce Lee.
We look stupid. No,
it's Bruce.
Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne. Oh my god. Oh no. Is that offensive? It was just an honest mistake.
Be. Like, I think I like. Whoop.
It's because they're both named Bruce.
Okay. Me like generalizing everyone named Bruce.
I will admit though that I thought it was Bruce Banner, but that is definitely the Hulk.
Yeah, I think it's more of a Bruce thing. That just all Bruces are one.
Yes. Also Bruce from Finding Nemo. There's a lot of Bruces.
I would like. Oh yeah, there are a lot of Bruces. Anyways. I would like to rate me thinking that Bruce Wayne was Bruce Lee a solid 0 out of 10.
Oh my god! I'll give it a 1 out of 10 just because
I couldn't figure out why you were laughing. I was like, is it because I said Clark Kent? Because I figured out Clark Kent was Superman.
Clark Kent also sent me that.
I was like,
that was so good.
Solid Amazing. 0 out of 10. Felt a little offensive.
A little bit, but it was not intense. It was just a mix-up of Bruce's. You know. It just be like that.
I'm
Anyways.
anti-Bruce.
Okay, but I did want to expand on the film festival thing. I also wanted to rate when we went to the event at our dorm that was to watch the Oscars.
Uh-huh.
We had the intention of making friends, and we made no friends. I would like to rate that a 2 out of 10.
Yes, I agree. It was fun because we were being like a little dramatic, and I really did like the collective gasp of everyone in the room when Parasite won.
Yes,
like,
that was so good.
Won everything, but the first time it won.
Yes.
Or no, wait, I can't remember.
No, when it got Best Picture.
Yeah, when it got Best Picture. I couldn't remember if that was the first time it won, but I think they won Best Foreign Film before that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I can't remember the order.
They did.
But yeah, the collective gasp really
that was really good. Maybe I'll make it a 3 out of 10. That was great.
That like did something to my soul because it justified that being my favorite movie out of all of them.
I didn't believe that they were gonna do it. I was like, there's
no
way. No way.
My favorite is that Donald Trump like referenced that in a speech and then referenced some really old movies that didn't win because obviously they weren't created in 2019 or released. But yeah, I think about that a lot. I think he referenced Gone with the Wind. I don't know how Gone with the Wind was gonna win an Oscar.
I don't like Gone with the Wind.
I've never seen it. I just knew it was old, and I was like,
it's too long. Okay. It's too long. But anyways, gotcha. I also enjoyed another Oscars moment that I enjoyed was when Renee Zellweger won like Best Actress in a Leading Role, and her speech was so long, and then they played her off. They played her off with the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song.
It was everyone was like, they all thought she was done, so it was like you'd hear like,
oh my god, it was so
like,
good,
slow clapping, and then like they'd like
long.
Awful. Awful.
I would get that tattooed, that entire speech.
Oh my god, do you have room?
No, there would be no space. It was so long. Anyways,
so awful.
I would love to give her a 6 out of 10.
But I really did that. I liked that, like, it was like a 10-day long film festival thing we went to. We saw Little Women twice, but we saw 7 movies, Little Women twice, so like technically 8 for $35. Like, I felt like we were robbing them because I looked at Birds of Prey tickets after that and they were like $25. I felt like I robbed them.
Crazy. Yeah, I know, that was such a scam on our parts. We completely scammed them.
We really did. I also just hit my microphone with my pen if anyone was wondering what that
noise was. Very loud, but that's okay.
Jarring. Sorry.
Jarring. Okay, do you have anything you'd like to rate?
Yeah, I have so many. The first time I was serenaded by a homeless man.
Oh my god.
7 out of 10. Really made my day.
That's great,
my aunt texted me later, and I told her about it, and she said, "Oh, sick. Today some guy pooped on my shoes." And I said, "Cool."
Oh, 8 out of 10 then.
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I would also like to rate the walk from the dorms to my college at the time. It would have been great and very scenic, except I had 8 a.m., so I was always running just a little bit late.
Oh, no.
And therefore I was really sweaty when I came in.
Oh, no. Yeah. I made that walk. I made that walk like maybe once. And it was like to go to your...
Oh, yeah.
What was it?
My ceremony.
Yeah, your ceremony. And like
I
went...
bored there.
That was so fun. I could tell. No, but when I made the walk, it was freezing cold. So I would also give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah. I also remember that was the ceremony where I think someone's mother came up and interrupted because I think they pronounced someone's name wrong or something, but she came up in the middle of the ceremony to yell at this like 20-year-old who was just doing his best.
He was really struggling. I felt so bad for him.
I didn't even wait for him to finish my name before I just walked because I was like, it's okay, bud. I don't know either. But like, I felt awful. Yeah. So if I rate that ceremony, 1 out of 10. Because my mom was really happy about the pictures afterwards.
No, yeah. I'll give it a 2 out of 10. It was good to go, but also that poor man that was reading out the names. I was just like...
He didn't practice once.
He was struggling.
I don't understand why he didn't practice.
It was so long because he was struggling so hard.
I also rated Spring Semester 5 out of 10 for super depressing, but the film festival kind of rejuvenated it.
That was a fun phase in life. Yeah, and then ow, my shoulder just cracked. Anyways, yeah, I things also got cut off, so it's like how good could spring semester actually be?
We'll never know.
I don't think it was gonna be that great.
I don't think so either. Me and my roommate from like spring semester both unfollowed each other
Uh,
within like a month after. So I don't think neither of us genuinely liked each other, I don't think. It's more like, well, I guess we're living together.
oh my God. Yeah, my roommate from she was only there for a month because she was from France, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, she follows her podcast Instagram. I wonder if she's listening. Hi,
Hi.
Laura.
Hi, Laura.
She was so nice. She was so chill.
I
Anyways.
thought her name was Lauren at first too. I was so excited. I was like, "There's two Laurens, and then we have two Hannahs. Like, we just need to find another Mariel."
Oh my God. I don't think we will.
I don't think we'll ever find
one
another
of
Mariel.
a kind, baby.
One in a million. I also rated both Mariel and Hannah 10 out of 10.
Oh my God. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Good friends.
I did cough. I swear this isn't sarcastic. My throat just like closed up.
Oh my God.
Ooh, you know when you cough and you can taste it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I also rated the time Hannah Venmo'd me 166 for a granola bar. That was just Y out of 10. Like, what?
Yes,
I don't
Y
understand.
Dude, to be clear, it was $1.66.
And the worst part was I didn't even like know how much it was, so I was just like, she was like, "Oh, how much do I owe you?" I was like, "Man, I don't know. I think they were like, I got like they were $3." Like, and I had to like throw in an extra because like you had to spend $5 to use your card, and I didn't bring cash. Mm-hmm. But I remember like seeing the Venmo and being like, "Hey, Hannah, what?" Like I didn't understand. So if you're watching this, thank you. Or listening to this, thank you for the 166 for the granola bar. I still don't know.
Yeah.
I may have overcharged you there. Like, I don't know how much it was.
Yeah, that was when we went to Philly, right?
Yeah, because we woke up really early, and I was the first one in the station, so I was buying snacks.
That's fun. On the topic of Philly, I would like to rate when we were at the bus station, and that man followed us around the station, telling us that he could show us where to go. Do you remember that?
I remember that so vividly. And the worst part was that was a different experience for me than for you guys, is because I genuinely like was like, "Come on, let's follow it." Like, I thought it was work.
We were all like, "No, absolutely not, no."
And then you guys were like, I think it was you or Hannah that said like, "Let's use the bathroom." And I was like, "No, I don't have to pee." And you were like, "Let's use the bathroom." I was like, I was like, "Oh, do you guys have to pee?" And like, you guys were like, "No." So I was like, "Oh, I don't have to. Let's go." I didn't realize we were shaking someone.
I would like to give that a 4 out of 10. Funny story.
Yeah, 4 out of 10 is good.
Yeah.
5 out of 10 for my blind optimism. So. I would also like to rate Mariel cracking my thumb on the subway. Really like that. 10 out of 10.
Nice. She's done that to me too.
Yeah. How's it feel? 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you're right. No, I feel a slight fear that she's gonna like rip off my finger.
Oh, true. I think I would just like, I don't think I'd even say anything. I think I'd still say thank you.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
I'm still going 10 out of 10.
That's fair.
The time I saw shit on a subway, 0 out of 10.
Yeah. What kind of, what kind?
Like
human?
Whole. Yeah. Oh. I thought you meant like
I don't know.
Versus whole. I don't know. Yuck. 0 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was like my first 2 weeks of being there. Awful.
Maybe 1 out of 10, just like because it wasn't like a runny one.
Yeah. Okay, 1 out of 10.
I would like
do you have any more?
What?
Any more ratings?
I
feel like I've been like trampling on you. Okay,
no,
maybe
okay.
I have like a couple more, like quite a few, but they're like stupid things.
No, you go. I'll go after.
The time I wore heels when we were coming back from Mean Girls and we couldn't find a station for forever. 2 out of 10 for cute shoes.
Oh my God, I was wearing heels too, but 0 out of 10 because mine weren't even cute.
Oh,
so they just hurt.
Cute.
It just hurt though.
We wore the same type of shoe, right? Like
I think
the same type of heel.
Yours was like the rainbowy
snake skin, yeah.
Yeah.
And yours were black, but they were the same like kind, right?
Yeah, same kind of style.
I feel like I remember that. I have a picture of that you framed for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, wait, we should rate Mean Girls. Take this opportunity.
Yeah. Mean Girls for Renee Rapp and Renee Rapp only. 5 out of 10.
4 out of 10. I did not like
Gotcha.
Mean Girls. I would even venture into 3 out of 10. Dude, so basically we went to see Mean Girls on Broadway for Lauren's birthday. I don't know why I said Lauren. I never say Lauren. But anyways, we went to see it for her birthday. It cost, how much did it cost?
$70. I ended up being discounted for like 40 later on too, which made me really mad.
Oh my God. Yeah, so we all spent $70 each to go see this show. And I think it was Laura's first Broadway experience.
Yep.
Was it not?
Yep.
It was
other than like
bad.
Tours.
Sorry. I'm getting so mad. I'm getting so mad. Dude,
no, I understand.
I hated that show. I am sorry if you like it. I'm not nothing against like the music or anything like that. It's not my favorite thing, but I don't think it's horrible. But choreography,
awful.
Was like show choir level. That's where it was.
The ensemble was too. Like I couldn't hear them at certain points. I was like, this can't just be me. Like I can't. And then we tried to convince ourselves it was good afterwards because it was my birthday and my first show.
You were like, oh, I think I liked it. And then we've completely 180'd since then. It was horrible.
After I saw like more shows, I was like, yeah, that was awful.
That was not good.
Yeah, Mean Girls, awful. Should we rate the other shows we saw together? Well, yes. Beetlejuice, like, I don't really have any particular feelings about it. Like, I liked
7 out of 10.
I'd say 8 because I really liked.
Yeah, I could see 8. Yeah,
I almost had like there were too many lights, but like it was really good. You know that one part where the snake comes out, but I also really liked that. I just couldn't focus on anything. I zoned out for like 5 minutes.
No, yeah, I think I can appreciate like the bigness of the production. Maybe 8 out of 10. That's a good one.
Yeah. We both saw Waitress, but we saw it with different people and at different times. I saw it with Jordan Sparks. I'd say the story, 10 out of 10. It was really good. I really liked it. It was one of my favorites.
I think that's my favorite Broadway experience.
And the only other one we both saw and we saw together was Jagged Little Pill. Let me say. Storyline. Okay. I'm gonna rate like a specific part of the storyline. The fact that they included a bi main character and made her like throw off her relationship with like Joe, because her name was Frankie, right? The main character.
Yes, yeah.
And like it meant nothing, but then one guy comes in for one song, and suddenly Joe means nothing, and like that bothered me so much. And then looking at the promo, I always thought it was just about them. And like, no, that wasn't the case at all. It was incredibly like dismissive of bi women, like bi queer relationships. Like I felt, I hated it. Like I hated that part. And I remember that was right before intermission, and I was just defeated. Like I was like,
I hated it. I could not believe that. That was crazy. When you were starting to talk about it, I could not believe that, dude. It was just like, there was nothing wrong with her relationship with Joe. There was nothing wrong with it. It was perfectly stable, but they just, for some reason, wanted to drive the narrative of a bi woman
are cheaters. Like they're not faithful, they're not
like
loyal.
1 foot in, 1 foot out. It was so weird. I was like, why did they do that? Why did they go into all the trouble?
So uncomfortable. How'd they enforce like every stereotype of a bi woman in one production? I don't understand.
It was
like
horrible.
She didn't even feel guilty. Like Frankie, she wasn't like, there was no guilt behind the cheating. It felt very like, I don't think he served a purpose in that musical.
I don't think so either. And I like Antonio. I don't know his last name. It starts with a C.
Me either.
I did not like that. It was also just like really graphic for other reasons with no trigger warning at all.
Right,
in that
it was
show.
awful.
Yeah, it was way too much. At least I thought it was too much. I thought it was crazy. And 0 trigger warnings. Nothing was like foreshadowed, and it was just so in your face. But I do know that a lot of people love Jagged Little Pill. I would like to disagree with them. I do not like it.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I've come to the conclusion that I liked other parts of the storyline a whole lot. Like, and I I love the ensemble. I think it's the best ensemble I've ever seen. Like, they need more credit for just how absolutely fantastic they are. I like the music a lot. Like,
Oh, I love the music.
I think it
listen
was
to it.
great. Yeah, I still listen to it. I just felt wildly uncomfortable. And I think if you're going to promote something as a very woke show, like they tackle racial issues, they tackle like, you know, white parents adopting black children, they tackle like interracial lesbian relationships, or like WLW relationships rather. Like they tackle like coming out to your parents. It's the amount, and also like quick little like trigger warning, like sexual assault. They also talk. Well, they don't do it right, but they, in my opinion, I guess
they did. They did it all right. I don't know. I just think it was like they were doing a lot, and then therefore just kind of did it all in one bold swipe, and it didn't necessarily sit well with me. I think
it was inconsiderate.
Yeah, I think with like people, I don't know. I just know so many people love that show. I think what speaks to me is that I did not like the writing, and then I loved the music, but all of that music is by Alanis Morissette. So it's like they don't even get credit for the music, except that their actors were really talented. There's nothing. Nothing wrong there.
Joe was my favorite, and the dad. I forget the dad's name.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't remember.
I think Steve.
Why do I think? Oh, I was gonna say James.
I don't know. It's one of those like white man names.
Like, maybe. Like, I don't know. He could have been named John. He could have been named Craig. But yeah, I liked. It's not that I didn't like it, but I didn't like the storyline. I didn't like how they handled a lot of things. I think it could have been. It had so much potential to be like one of the greatest musicals I've ever seen, and I think it was just really disappointing.
Yeah, I think they should have been gentler.
Right, and everyone like, and I'm not like super for censorship or like anything like that. However, I am a firm believer in trigger warnings, or at least content warnings. They're essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge believer in that, and it felt very jarring to watch. And maybe that was the point, but it would have felt just as jarring if there had been warnings, I think. Yeah. Maybe other people disagree, but
it's just like you sit down and like all the promotion is like this fun, happy-go-lucky show. And I know that was their intention. That's fine, right? And then but you go in, you sit down, you have no idea that that's all about to go down. And that's why it catches you so off guard, you know?
Yeah, it was, I don't know, I felt very, like, uncomfortable at different points. And I know that's the point. Like, I know a lot of people would be like, well, that's the point. You were supposed to be uncomfortable. You were supposed to be, like, shocked. However, I still would have had those very intense feelings. And, like, even being upset with the writing, I still would have felt that if there was any kind of warning, or maybe like a better storyline where
if they
the main character isn't a cheater.
Yeah. If they just handled it with more sensitivity.
Right. And it still would have been a great production. It would have been, I think, even more impactful. Yeah. And I know some people would disagree with that, but
just the idea was there for sure. And they have a talented cast, you know.
Can they even like change anything anymore? Because I know you're telling me once something's on Broadway, they like can't change it, or
I think they already officially.
Okay, so they can't, or they can't make like big changes, I guess, because I know sometimes they change lines to like suit characters, but it felt really. I don't know what to rate that, because like I have very mixed feelings. Rate Confusion out of 10.
6 out of 10. 7 for, I don't know, music. The music for me is an entirely separate thing, because
10 out of 10. Yeah,
because those were just a bunch of covers essentially.
Right.
You know, so they were really
not
great.
to like diss anyone who put like a lot of work into. I don't know exactly, but it was still like it wasn't completely their work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will acknowledge though that is jukebox musicals are very hard, especially the way that they did it, where they wrote an entirely original story around pre-existing music. So they found a way to weave this plot line throughout all of this music that, you know, obviously Alanis Morissette did not intend to be used in that way. Right. So that in itself was very impressive.
Oh yeah, and I also, like, at first, I remember we went to McDonald's after, and we were talking about this, and I was like, well, I understand, like, the music, you know, like, maybe requires maybe the music required, Frankie to cheat on Joe. And I was like, well, not really, because they could have sung the love ballad. Like, they could have gotten in a fight, and that could have been, like, Joe's, you know, like, what's the song called? You Ought to Know. that could have been her like I guess rebellion against Frankie or whatever, her anger with Frankie. But they didn't do that. They easily could have done that. And they didn't. So, like, I'm not going to give them any more excuses. It was a great, great production, like, other than the things that we really hated about it.
Yeah.
But, which sounds like very contradictory. Like, it was a great production. I just really hated some parts. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say 6.5 out of 10.
I do like it a lot more than Mean Girls, though.
Yeah. Mean Girls was the worst I've ever seen, and I stand by that.
Yeah, it was so bad. Okay.
I rated When I Came Home to a Stranger on My Bed, which happened 3 separate times.
That's
the first
horrible.
time, 3 out of 10. Weird, but okay, I guess. Second time, 0 out of 10. I was pretty pissed off. I, felt weird that my roommate was putting people on my bed. Third time, 1 out of 10, because I don't know. I was over it at that point. I was still angry, but
no, -4 out of 10, all 3 times. Horrible.
The first time I could almost excuse it because my roommate was like, "Get off!" when and I was like, maybe he had just gotten on my bed. I don't want anyone's dirty street clothes and shoes on my bed. That's gross. Stop getting on other people's bed who raised you.
I just what kind of roommate? Control your friends, okay? It's a shared space. I'm pretty confident that she was not yelling at him because he had just jumped on. I think that they just got scared that you walked in at that moment and he was there already. He was just chilling. Yeah,
I was so uncomfortable, and it's weird to come in and have people on your bed, and then when they were actually over and I was still there, they would ask to get on my bed. I'm like, well, you didn't ask before. Just hop on up, I guess. But I just hated it. I'd be on my bed and then they'd also be there. And I'm like, man, please just go to
Oh, you always do that. You always do that. Oh my God.
I hate everything.
Second time that Laura has dropped a name.
Second time I've dropped a name. But yeah, just I don't know, I'm not even phased by it at this point because I already did it once.
It was funniest the first time.
Yeah, this time it's just I don't know. We'll bleep it, I guess.
Yeah, we will. Okay, I would like to rate when we went to the West Side Story protest and then I got random free cold pizza and then we got Starbucks after. Good experience.
Good. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
9 out of 10 might have been poisoned pizza, but was not.
Yeah, that's why I didn't eat it. I was scared.
I was so bold. I was like, I'm gonna get pizza. And
I thought they were gonna poison us because there's that one really angry dude that was like, "You're all idiots. I hate you."
Yeah.
Then one guy that asked me what we were protesting, and I thought he was just being mean and I don't know. So I went, "Do you really not know?"
And he was actually, I think he was asking for real.
And then I didn't even actually say what we were protesting. I just explained who was in it, and then he left. Yeah. And didn't wait for me to finish. So.
If you don't know, we were protesting West Side Story allowing Amara Ramasar to be in their cast.
Yes.
And research at your own will, yeah.
Yeah. We don't believe in sending pictures non-consensually.
It's true.
Of anyone ever.
And
especially when they're barely adults.
Yes, and allowing those people into the theater industry. Yeah. That is supposed to be a safe space. Yeah.
Gross.
Anyways.
What's my next one? Oh, the time I lit my hair on fire.
Oh.
4 out of 10. Because it was funny. And an extra point because of the surprise factor, because I was talking to Hannah and I remembered this 5-minute crafts video where she twisted her hair and lit it on fire and the split ends came off. The split ends did not come off, and 5-minute crafts sucks. Also, Hannah and Mariel's room smelled like burnt hair. I'm very sorry.
That's so funny. From my point of view, me and Mariel were having a completely separate conversation.
Yeah, you guys were. I was just vibing.
And then I just turn around and you're burning your hair.
Yeah, I was really vibing that day.
So 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was all right.
What else did I rate? I went out of order on accident.
Yeah, me too. I'm just kind of jumping around my list. We can also talk about the time that somebody that we do not like was trying to get into Mariel and Hannah's room, and to avoid them, me and Laura thought the solution was to pretend that we were asleep. So we
In
tried
someone
to jump
else's dorm and bed.
when we were obviously talking beforehand. And then we
Right.
tried to
The
jump
lights were
on the bed. We tried to jump on Hannah's bed to like, I guess, pretend to be asleep, but I'm short, okay? I'm
Mhm.
under 5 feet. The beds are very high up. I jump. I don't make it. This person comes in. I'm dangling off of the side of the bed because I couldn't jump on.
I was laughing so hard. I couldn't even pretend to be asleep. Like,
Oh my god.
and when I laugh, like I also lose like motor function. So as we're jumping on, I'm like struggling, even though I'm like I think half a foot taller than Han.
I think so, yeah.
But I was struggling because it was so fun. No, wait, I'm like 9 inches.
No, you're a
Like
lot.
that.
Actually, you're more than, yeah.
I almost said half a foot.
No, you're
like,
way more than.
almost 5'6", I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, like almost like 9 inches. But
interesting. Yeah. So how would I rate that? I would probably give that a 6 out of 10. Oh, okay.
I love that experience. I think it's so funny.
No, you're right. You're right. I agree. 7. I would go up to 7 out of 10 because same brain. I can't believe we both thought of that without communicating.
Yeah, I realized like as you were telling me that, we never told each other we were gonna fake being asleep. That was just where we went. Also, it was Hannah's bed, I think. So was it like why would we be asleep in her bed?
It wasn't even late. It was probably like 9 p.m. And we were obviously talking to each other because you can hear.
We were talking shit about her before she knocked on the door.
Oh, good time.
Would she come over to borrow like their Febreze? Or no, their Swiffer thing. At like 10 p.m. And I guess her roommate was trying to sleep. It's just Swiffer in the place.
I think I just blacked out after that. Like I kind of just blocked out whatever happened when she came in.
Yeah.
So I don't remember anymore, but that's fine.
I remember we didn't say anything really. Like it was so obvious we were avoiding her. Because we didn't answer the door for like, we were like, just pretend you're asleep. And she's like, I know you're in there.
Why was that? Why did we do that?
Why were we pretending we were asleep in someone else's dorm? I don't understand.
Why? Like what? She was gonna, like, we were acting as if she was gonna come in, look at us, see us sleeping on the bed, and then leave.
Right. Like, she's not the kind of person that would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, she would have stayed.
She would have woken us up.
Yeah. She would have woken me up to ask if I, like, wanted to go clubbing.
Oh my
god. I also would like to rate the time we removed brownies from the oven with your roommate's pan because they were making like something that smelled really nice. The security guard yelled at them because they could smell it, I guess. Yeah. Were they making crepes?
I think so. Yeah, they were making crepes, you're right.
And we were making brownies, but we forgot like
oven mitts.
Oven mitts. I almost said oven gloves. But I was like taking my sweatshirt and I was gonna try and lift it out like that, but it was way too hot. And Han's roommate Laura like had a pan or something. She was down making food with her friends, and like we used the pan to like jimmy it out. I rated that a 5 out of 10 for embarrassing ourselves in front of your roommate and her cool French friends.
Yeah, that was so embarrassing because we were just being so noisy because that's just how we are, and it was like all these like really nice, sweet French people trying to make crepes, and we're just screaming in the kitchen. It was truly one of our
so hard.
One of our lowest moments. 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I said 5 because I think it's funny. I would also like to rate the time my roommate sprayed Febreze in the fridge. 3 out of 10 because it's funny.
Oh my gosh.
She loses points because one, I was asleep, and my other roommate. At my first semester, I lived with 2 people. My second semester, I lived with just one person, and it was like a different person. But my other roommate like told me the next day, she's like, you will not believe what she did last night. Me and my roommate, it was about time for us to switch rooms because they weren't renting our room for spring semester. And so me and my roommate had already cleaned out the fridge except for the other roommates, like, you know, stuff. And she was like, oh, it stinks in here, and sprayed Febreze in our fridge. And I still think that's disgusting.
8 out of 10. That's a good story. Good story.
3 out of 10 because I hated her. I really like this. I think about this a lot. I would like to rate the time I ate chicken and rice from a food truck at 4 a.m. on the concrete outside of the club I turned 18 in. 10 out of 10 spiritual experience.
Amazing. 10 out of 10.
And someone I didn't like bought it for me. The girl we were talking
But
about,
like,
Melanie.
good. Oh yes, Melanie.
So I didn't even have to spend my money. At first, I thought she took my like card. I don't know how she would have gotten it, but that's where my brain went. But she like fed me chicken and rice, and
Amazing.
it was a really good experience. She owed it to me. So
That's so coming of age.
it really is. I was glitter down my face. I had a great time. And I was 18 years old, so I felt like an adult for the first time.
I think everyone remembers their first New York food truck experience.
Yeah, that was,
or at least the early ones.
Yeah. The first time I came to New York, I don't think we ate out. We got ice cream, but that wasn't like a food truck thing, I guess. I mean, it was, but it didn't feel like one.
Anyways,
amazing.
Yeah. So I hope that was. I know that like went all over the place, but hope that was fun to listen to. Just random stuff that's happened to us in New York.
That we sort of enjoyed. Yeah,
sort of enjoyed. Sometimes hated. That's okay. We would like to plug our Instagram
at Two Bad Decisions Pod.
Yeah, we have it's really cute. It's looking cute. We were talking.
It's mint. It's pink.
We were talking earlier about how we type so differently on there compared to how we normally talk.
Yeah, we're not that positive.
The way that I put a flower at the end of all of my sentences on there.
I put hearts. Pink hearts, because I'm just so
oh my God.
like girly and feminine. I really am, but like it like reads.
It's
really
just so
different
funny.
On there.
We talk so different on there, but yeah, that's our Instagram.
I would also like to plug that Han put two like pictures of us on FaceTime in our latest collage, and over mine it just says yes! Exclamation point. And yes. I think about that all the time. Because it makes me makes me feel like I'm in an MLM.
Oh.
But I still really enjoy it.
Oh my God. Imagine if we had our own pyramid scheme.
Oh my God, should we?
We started. Yeah. Like,
okay, what should we sell?
Tasers.
Yeah.
Tasers.
I was trying to think of something very like uniquely us, but I think tasers work.
Lighters would be fun too.
Oh yeah, because you finally learned how to use a lighter.
I would know how for so
but
long.
like they can't work because nothing from MLMs works.
That's
like,
true.
They have no lighter fluid in them. Lighters no lighter fluid.
It's a decorative lighter, you know.
Right. Just something with zero purpose that doesn't work. It looks like a regular lighter, but it doesn't work.
So like
that's what we're selling to you. Please
sell
recruit
this lighter.
People.
Yes. Sell it to 5 other people, and then they have to sell it to 3 other people.
And then you can become, like, you can get a white Mercedes. You can be a boss babe with this.
We're just boss gals. We're just
boss babies. Strong, powerful women that have their own independent business that didn't take 5 minutes to set up online.
Girl boss.
Girl boss, for sure. We'd also like to plug our resource list because we've been working really hard to compile like a bunch of petitions and donations, and we're going to switch out the petitions for, ones we think need more signatures, ones that haven't reached their goal. Some of them I found have reached their goal, but it was a low goal, and I think it should get more signatures. It's probably the easiest thing to do. Like, if you could just click on a resource link, you could help out a lot of people. They're categorized, like it's really great.
It's very organized.
So we hope you guys will check it out.
Yeah. So I think that's all for this episode. Hope you guys had fun, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.